Welcome to this ePortfolio tutorial. To start, you'll need to log in to Blackboard. Once you're logged in and you're at your main dashboard, you're going to click on the course you want to do your ePortfolio for. Once you're in your course, you want to find the Tools option here on the side, not Course Tools, but just regular tools here. Then you want to find your Portfolios homepage, not to be confused with Course Portfolios. You want to find your ePortfolios homepage. And this will bring you to your Portfolios dashboard. Any portfolios you make for any course will be here. So whether you make them for another class or for this class, they'll all be consolidated here. We're going to go over the two types of portfolios, your personal portfolio or the basic portfolio. We're going to go over personal artifacts, and really the main reason why you're doing the portfolios through Blackboard, the sharing feature. So this is received portfolios. These are portfolios that people have shared with you, and your instructors will have the same sort of thing where once you share your portfolio with them, they'll have access to it here. This is different than making your ePortfolio, say in Blogger or some other online medium. Is the control for sharing and permissions is a bit tough to ensure. So if you have photos or say a personal reflection that you want to make sure is not public to everyone, you would make it inside the OISE Blackboard portal to ensure that. So to begin, we're going to actually start with the personal artifacts, and then I'll show you how these personal artifacts then link to the personal portfolios. So we'll go into our personal artifacts. And here I made a few sample artifacts that I just uploaded as I was trying to piece together some samples for you guys. So what you want to do is create a personal artifact every time you need to create something that goes onto your blog. So say you had a philosophy of teaching or a sample lesson plan or something, some assignment that your instructor has told you that you are to include in your ePortfolio. You would click on the Create Personal Artifact button. You would give your artifact a name. So let's say this was for a reflective piece. So let's say reflective piece, piece number 1, and then give a description for what it is. This is just for your own reference. So reflective sample piece. And if it was for your course, you could put in your course number, etc., etc. And then down here in the content, this is similar to any word processor that you might be familiar with, either Google Docs or Word. You have all your basic functions here, your bold, underline, your alignments, etc., etc. The few features to keep in mind are the attach a file. So here, if you're writing your assignment, I made my reflective piece in PowerPoint, and the file is attached. As an example, you could then click the attached file, and then you could browse your computer for the file that you were looking for, and you would attach it, hit submit, and then that file would be here as a link that whoever is viewing your portfolio can click on to download the file. This is also this can also be important if you're writing in Francais, and the ePortfolio you're finding, if you were just copying and pasting your assignment in here, if there were some mix-ups with the French characters, you could attach it as a Word document or whatever other document to the content. So rather than just pasting the whole thing in here, you would just attach the Word file to the content there. Okay? So this is how you go through and you make your various artifacts. You can also attach photos and have the image straight there. You can add video content in a couple different formats as well. Another thing you can do is you can add hyperlinks. So if I wanted to say my reflective piece was in a blog that I made some other place or something similar to that effect, I could say click here to visit my blog, and then I could highlight here, click on the hyperlink button, and then enter the URL that's supposed to link for. So, and then I could hit submit, and then click here to visit my blog will be a hyperlink, and I'll hit submit, and the new artifact that I made will be right here. So reflective piece number 1, reflective sample piece. And here it's helpful. It tells you if you're actually using this in any of your portfolios as of yet. So this is telling me I haven't included this in any of my portfolios. And I'll show you some samples of some other artifacts that I made. Here I made an artifact which was a picture of my wife and myself with some friends. So that's one photo I wanted to include in my ePortfolio. So that's there. I made a small bio that I put together for something else that exists here. Another artifact is this link to etc. So these are all examples of different artifacts that I've put together. So this will be the main thing that you'll do. You'll hit create artifact, and you'll, in that word processor type field, which is right here, you would put in whatever artifact it was, either straight copy and pasting or attaching a file to another Word document, or whatever the file is that you're uploading, a PowerPoint or link to a Prezi site, whatever it could be. So once you have your artifacts on here, you then need to add those artifacts to your portfolio, which is what we'll do next.